Hey folks, this is Bardic Dragoon. Welcome back to Let's Play Castlevania Circle the Moon. So when we last left off, we'd spent a lot of time trying to jump on stupid flying brains and having way more trouble than we probably should have been at that. Now, we're, well, going to be getting some more extra stat boost itemy things got hidden throughout the castle. I don't think I remember. Okay, yeah, we are going the right way. And we'll start by not getting that knife. I don't want that knife. We want to go down. Haha. Trying to do things classy. But yeah. We also spend a lot of time rambling about drop rates and things like that. And okay, we're not the top one. Not that one. We want this one? Yep, this is the right one, okay. Also, yeah, by the way, for anyone curious, the Venus Cartridge combo sets it that way you gain experience just by walking. We really won't be using that one too often. I thought it was one that boosted luck, which is a really good thing to have in this. It's actually, out of the 4 stats, the way the game calculates stats, honestly, the greatest gains for practical purposes is probably to strength, because the damage formula actually, like, takes your strength and then, like, squares that number as part of the value for, like, calculating your damage. So yeah, you will get some, like, 1 point of strength, like 1 point boost to strength is going to get you quite a lot compared to the other stats, because, for example, the other stats you'll tend to see things like intelligence just affects your overall, or affects the speed at which your MP regenerates. You know, so, and it's, I don't know the exact formula, but something I was reading said it was somewhere around like 100, or, yes. Didn't quite want to get this now, but we'll pick it up now. Because the cross is actually a much better, I mean, I really like the holy water in a lot of ways, but the cross is actually more powerful, literally more powerful. It actually, every action you can perform has a damage multiplier, which, like, using your whip, it's a 1-time multiplier. The, holy water is, like, the damage multiplier is, like, 60 or 70%, is, like, 0.6 or 0.7 or something like that. What the heck is a miracle armband? Yeah. Oh. More luck is always good. Anyway, I was just saying. Yeah. Actually, what was I saying? I was saying something. Yeah, but with the intelligence, like I said, it's somewhere around like 1 second per, or 1 MP per second increase to your natural MP regeneration rate. Defense lowers the defense, I think, with the way the damage formula works. Oh, actually, I was talking about the cross, yeah. But yeah, the holy water is, for every hit, it's a 75% of what your normal damage output would be. I went too far back, whoops. Compared to, like, the normal whip, whereas the cross is actually 1.1 times the damage of your whip. So yeah, the cross is literally more powerful. The only real advantage that the holy water has is that some enemies that are more stationary, the holy water seems to hit more frequently Though you can get an approximation of this if you can actually line the distance that you throw the cross up to match where the enemy is located at. That is, when it's actually spinning on the target, it has a, like, the amount of time that it'll hit each second is actually pretty comparable. And yeah, we can't go that, well, we can go that way, but it's not going to do us any good. Nope, that is not what I wanted. But yeah. But yeah, anyway, so that's why the cross is good. But as I was talking about the stats, before I got interrupted by the cross and then tried to interrupt my discussion of the cross by talking about stats, go me and my tendency to ramble and not remember what the heck I was talking about. But yeah, the way that the stats work, like I said, strength is probably the stat you get the most out of boosting, as I said, the damage formula actually squares your strength stat. So, for example, the DSS card we've got right now, the strength boost, is a 25% boost to damage, but you'll notice we have 230 strength now. Nope, jump back here. It puts up to 257, which is only like 27 or about 12% boost. But because the formula actually squares your strength stat in the damage calculation. Nope, I want the holy, or I don't want the holy water, I want the cross. It actually gives you something more comparable to the 25% damage boost that it's supposed to be giving you. And yeah, behind that, I mean, defense, I actually was looking at something that had the defense formula. I didn't pay any attention because whatever. But yeah, it pretty much, once again, higher defense, you take less damage from attacks, which isn't bad in this one, as at least compared to some of the other Game Boy Advance Metroidvania titles, some of the more main series ones. Well, main series ones, there really was only the Game Boy Advance ones, and then Symphony of the Night, and the DS ones, which kind of fit the same bill, whatever. Point is, though, that the other ones tended to give you options to better handle situations, from a defensive side of things. Wait, what did I just pick up? I don't want a dagger instead of the knife. That's stupid. Or instead of the cross. Harmony of Dissonance, you had the forward and backward dashes. Symphony of the Symphony of the Night had the backward dash, but that isn't what I meant to bring up. Aria of Sorrow had a backward dash. I think Portrait of Ruin and Stylish Suit. I think that's something I want. Massive drop to my intelligence for a moderate increase of defense and strength. No, I do not want that, actually. But yeah, I think those ones also featured the backward dash. And I think there was something similar in Order of Ecclesia, though don't quote me on those last two ones I just mentioned. And drop all the way down here. Not what I wanted to do, but is it what I wanted to do? No, it is not. But yeah, so you tended to have more options available on the defense side of things that you really don't have here. So defense is actually a decent stat, just because, I mean, there are ways to avoid damage, but they just aren't as plentiful as other entries in the series. I hate Medusa heads. I mean, they're not as bad in this one as they've tended to have a history of in the series as a whole. It's Buzzkins. But I still hate Medusa heads. Anyway. But yeah, so as I was saying, defense is actually not a bad stat to put some investment into. Ow, why did I stand up? I'm an idiot. Do not stand up on the electric ceiling ride, I don't know. But yeah. Ow, jumped too early. This is going to be the floating brains all over again, isn't it? Anyway. But yeah, and as I said, intelligence, I don't know the exact formula. Something I was reading is it comes out to something like an extra point of magic recovered per second. And for every 100 points of intelligence. And then luck, it determines your drop rate. You basically take the opponent's drop rate, and then I think you pretty much multiply it by your luck stat minus 100, or like 100 minus your luck stat divided by 100 or something bizarre like that. So basically every point of luck that you have over 100 gives you essentially a 1% multiplier to the base, or like not, or a 1% multiplier to the base percentage drop rate, which really doesn't make all that much of a difference, arguably. I mean, look at my stats. I'm almost at a 300, or I'm almost at a 300 luck, and you know, well, actually, I mean, now I'm getting like a 3 times multiplier on the base drop rates for stuff, which is still not all that great of a bonus considering some of the drop rates. As I mentioned, the Earth Demon in the Catacombs there was a 2.5% drop rate for the Serpent card. And so it's actually why I've kind of been going out of my way to kill the Heat Shades, is they actually have another DSS card, and the drop rate on that is... Actually, wait. I need to go here. Forget about this. Right, that's why the cross is overpowered. Forget about that. Anyway, but yeah, they actually drop a DSS card, which has a similar, like, 2.5% drop rate. And yeah, I'm now getting a grand total, and actually, we're not going to go there. I'm going to go here. But yeah, bringing me up to a grand total now, we're pushing, let's see if that was 2.5, we're not too far off from like a 7. I can do math, I swear. I just don't feel like it right now. Anyway. Ow, stupid. Robin Hood. Cotton roll, I already have that. But yeah. So it's... There we go. Come on. There we go. There we go. Alright. Die. Nope, don't need that axe. But I do need more hearts. Now it kind of sucks. Each time you grab a HP increase or an MP increase, you boost your max level of that stat. Hearts, nope, you just get whatever the increase was added to your current pool. That sucks. Anyway, this end. But yeah. But it's actually even to the point where the way it works is each enemy has a common drop and a rare drop. And the way it works is essentially, like I said, you use your luck stat and pretty much multiply the base drop rate by your luck stat minus 100 divided by 100 to get the actual drop rate. But the way it works is you can't actually have the base drop rate for or the adjusted drop rate for a common drop cannot be more than, I think it's 50%, and for a rare drop it can't go above 25%. Now mind you, 1 in 2 and 1 in 4 chance of an item dropping is pretty good, especially considering some of the base levels, but yeah. I tend to put a preference to having a high luck and a high intelligence in this game, because I feel they're the stats that serve my playstyle the most. But depending on where you're at in the game, different options might work better. For example, boss fights, you arguably would want to put more emphasis on... That is the wrong button. I forgot I don't have the holy water anymore. But yeah, you might want to, since bosses don't have random drops, you might want to instead go for, yeah, we're gonna hit that save point. I think we're gonna call it a video, but yeah, you might want to go more for like strength and defense or intelligence, as luck isn't going to do you a lot of good in a boss fight. And then there's actually an area of the game, I mentioned it the previous video, the battle arena, that is basically a set of sequential battles that are meant as a challenge, and you actually don't have your MP restored, or rather not MP restored, but your MP is pretty much rapidly drained to 0 when you're in there. So you really don't, MP doesn't matter because your MP doesn't restore, and it's actually auto drained at a ridiculously high speed. So you probably want to put more effort into strength and defense, as I don't remember if enemies in the battle arena drop items, but arguably you're going in there with a good selection of things anyway. You don't want to worry too much about random drops. Anyway, as I was saying, we're going to call it a video here. Tune in next time where we finally get to the third boss of the game. And until then, as always, later folks.